Welcome or welcome back, everyone. My name is Sandrine, and this is episode 17 of How in the World Do You Pronounce It, where I help you make sense, pronounce, and practice all the challenging French names of cities and mountain peaks of Stage 20, Lacapelle-Marival to Rocamadour of this 2022 edition of the Tour de France. I am a native of France and I want to demystify the French language. Here are some tips to pronounce the names I will help you with. I encourage you to exaggerate vowels. I will teach you the easy way to pronounce the French R. We will do what I call the banana smile, and we will remember to take a good breath before pronouncing most names. Remember, you do not want to pay attention to the spelling of these French names. Now, this is the last stage before riders head to Paris and the famous loops on the Champs-Elysées. This is a rather quick stage because it is, I believe, a time trial. Une course contre la montre, which literally means a race against the watch. All right. Also, as a quick side note, I will be continuing the series for the upcoming Tour de France Femmes, for the women tour, which starts this Sunday on the 24th. So the ladies will be riding for a whole week, and they will arrive to La Super Planche des Belles Filles next Sunday. So let's keep up with the ladies and learn how to pronounce even more French towns together, shall we? All right. First, here, let me say all the names of this stage in a row for those of you who already know some French, and then I will break them down. All right. So, departure will be from Lacapelle-Marival. Next will be Enac, Bio, Grammat, Couzou, Côte de Magès, Côte de l'Hospitalet, Rocamadour. All right, let's break these down. Let's go. So, as I said, departure will be from Lacapelle-Marival. Well, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 A, which is A. The letter A in French is A, and it is pronounced A. So just, big opening, exaggerated, and go for it. A, right? A. So the beginning of this name starts like this. Lacapelle, right? Lacapelle, belle. L, right? L, belle, Lacapelle. Let's do it together. Take a good breath. Lacapelle, Lacapelle. And the second part of the name is Marival. All right, so here we have. So we have the sound A again. And right after it, we have the French R. So, the easy way to pronounce the French R is to understand it as a breath. It's mostly a breath. And while you exhale, the secret is to make sure your tongue is at the bottom of your mouth and it stays there. That's the ticket to the French R. So, it sounds like this. Ra, ra, ra. Ra. And of course, that was my point about taking a good breath before pronouncing any name or any word, it's best to take a good breath first. It will help you every time. So let's do it. Take a good breath to pronounce the French R, because you need to take a good breath first. So you inhale and then you exhale, keeping your tongue down in your mouth. So let's take a good breath. Ra, ra. All right. Now, ra here is followed by the banana smile, a big smile. E, E. And I emphasize on this because I want you to be able to differentiate the E, E, E sound with the E, E, E. E is a sound made when basically the air you exhale while pronouncing E goes up your mouth, as the E again is a big smile. So it forms a different sound. E goes up your mouth and it's kind of nasal. So E, it's up, up, up in your mouth. So again, here what we want is the banana smile. We want E. So we have ra and E. So let's try together. Take a good breath. Ri, ri, right? Ri. So we have ri, and then we have another a, which will be merged in or in between. It will be merged in val. So val, val, val. And the beginning of the second part of this name starts with ma, because I did emphasize on the a, but it's ma. Ma, ma, ri, val. So it's Marival. Let's do it together. Take a good breath. Marival. Right? Marival. So as a whole, they will depart from Lacapelle-Marival. Let's do it ensemble together. Take a good breath. Lacapelle-Marival. There you go. Next they will arrive at kilometer 10. Let me do it again. At kilometer 10.5 au kilomètre 10,5 in Enac. Enac. Easy enough, I think. So let's still break it down. Nac. Nac. So here again we have the a, which is again the French a. Nac, nac. Enac. 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 All right. Next will be at kilometer 17.1 au kilomètre 17,1. They will arrive in Bio. Bio. So we can break it down this way. B, banana smile, E, B. Ya, O. Again, encore B, ya, O. And somehow we merge it all together. So, bio. We can go first this way. Bio, 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 bio. Right? Let's try it together ensemble. Take a good breath. Bio, bio. There you go. Voila. Next they will arrive at kilometer 22.1 au kilomètre 22,1 in Gramma. Yeah, the challenge here is the R sound that is coming up right after a good strong consonant, right? So let's go for it. So again, the French R. As you exhale, you will make sure your tongue stays down in your mouth. And it stays there, it stays put. So again, the best way is to take a good breath first. So, ra, 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 right? And ra here will go into it, ah, ah. So ra, ra, ra. Let's take a good breath. Ra, ra, ra. And it is preceded by a g, right? G. So we can go this way first and do ga, ra, ga, ra, ga, ra, ga, ra. Take a good breath and we try to merge down. Gras, 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 gras. I'm going to go up a bit here. Gras. And the second part of the name is another A sound with ma, ma, ma. So as a whole, it sounds like this. Grama, grama. Let's try it together, ensemble. Take a good breath. Grama, grama. Voilà. Next will be at kilometer 32.6 au kilomètre 32,6 and they will arrive in, so let's go for it and I'll break it down. Kuzu, kuzu. So basically the main sounds here are oo and oo. Oo, oo. Oo, oo with a ku and zoo. Ku, zoo. Try with me, avec moi, good breath. Ku, zoo. That's it. I'm so glad. Next will be at kilometer 36.7 au kilomètre 36,7. I can do this in French. And they will arrive in the Côte de Magès. Let me break this down. Here is our first climb, côte of this stage. So, côte, o, côte. So there is a little emphasis on e. Côte and e. This sound, the e sound, is made by moving your jaws forward. E. And it can be or e. Do what you can because we use both. Just move your jaws forward. And o. Côte. And it sounds like this because of the next part of the name. Côte de, côte de again, côte de Magès. So again, French A, which is A, and then we have E as S. But then, wait, there's more. It's Gess. So a soft J. Gess, right? And it's actually, again, just like in gramma, it's Magès. Just open those vowels, exaggerate them. Magès. Let's do it together, ensemble. Let's take a good breath. Magès, right? So as a whole, it goes like this. Côte de Magès. So let's do it together, ensemble. Take a good breath. Côte de Magès. There you have it. Next, they will arrive at kilometer 40.4 au kilomètre 40,4 in another côte, another climb. And this one is called, it's all about vowels here. So let's go for it. Côte de l'Hospitalet. All right, let's break it down. It's easier than you think. So, côte again, côte, côte, I would say, côte de. So again, you move your jaws forward. Côte, côte, côte de. Côte de, so take a good breath. Côte de. L'Hospitalet. Let's break this thing down. So I would say los, los, pi, so banana smile, pi. So far we have l'hospi, ta, French A, which is a, open it up, ta, le, tale, l'hospi, encore, l'hospitalet, l'hospitalet. Let's do it together, ensemble, and take a good breath. L'hospitalet, l'hospitalet, l'hospitalet. See? And as a whole, it sounds like this. Côte de l'Hospitalet. Right? So we can do it together, ensemble. We take a good breath, and here we go. Côte de l'Hospitalet. Right? I hope it's easier than it first seemed. Right? That's my point here. You let me know. And finally, the finish line, l'arrivée at kilometer 40.7. Let me do it again. 40.7 au kilomètre 40,7. And they, your favorite riders, I hope, will arrive in Rocamadour. Rocamadour. Again, it's all about vowels here. And it does end with the French R. The R. Ra. So let's go for it. We start with the beginning, which is ro. Did I say it ends? It ends with the R, but it starts with an R. All right. Sorry. So, French R. Ra. Again, it's a breath. You keep your tongue down in your mouth and it stays there. It doesn't move an inch, right? So, best way is to take a good breath first and then you exhale. Ra. Ro. Roca. So French A, which is a. And it's going to come up twice. So the first is ka. Roca. Ma. Dour. So it's a ou and a r. Our. Take a good breath. Our. And it's dour. Right? Dour. So as a whole, it sounds like this. Rocamadour. Right? Let's do it together ensemble. Take a good breath. Rocamadour. Encore again. Good breath. Rocamadour. Rocamadour, right? And if you want, we can try a little faster. The French way would be more like Rocamadour. Rocamadour. Yeah. And really, roc here is the basic Old French and, of course, reminiscent of Latin for rock. Because Rocamadour is a town built in, I would say, cliffs or rocks, right? Rocks. And in French, roc became a roche, but there are many instances where, again, reminiscent of the Latin language and so forth, we still use the word rock as in roc. So that's what it is here, Rocamadour. And I could go on about the etymology of this word, or this name, but I think I'll end here for now. Congratulations, you did it. And I will see you next for the last final stage, which is stage 21. The last of all the stages of this Tour de France 2022. And yes, it will be in Paris. It will start in Paris and they will end, of course, on the Champs-Elysées. Sneak peek here. The name of the stage is actually a tricky one. It's Paris La Défense Arena to Paris Champs-Elysées. And we will break this all down next, right? So I will see you then. And again, the same day, the Tour de France Femmes, women, will start. So I will upload a video for them about their tour. All right, I will see you then. Thank you, everyone. Bye.